2 through.
Okay, now we're going to talk about calculations with significant figures. Okay, and there's two different rules. One is for addition and subtraction, and one is for multiplication and division. We're going to start with addition and subtraction, and the rule is that you can only keep the least number of decimal places that you used. So this time you're going to must look at the decimal place in the calculation. So if I have 5.1 meters plus 6.22 meters equals, this number goes to the tenths place, this number goes to the hundredths place. So my answer can only go to the tenths place. So it's going to be 11.32, but I can only go to the tenths place. That makes this, the number to the right of my last significant figure, is called a rounding digit. All right, and so if this number is 5 or greater, then you round this number up. If it is 4 or below, then you don't mess with it at all. Well, in this case, it's a 2, so it doesn't affect it. So my answer is going to be 11.3 meters. Because also with units, meter plus a meter just stays a meter. Now, what if I have subtraction? If I have 10.22 meters minus 5.1 meters, okay, now if you line up your decimal places, I've got hundredths place, I've got one or tenths place, you do the subtraction, and your answer is 5.12, but I can only go to this tenths place, so my answer is actually 5.1 meters, because the rounding digit doesn't affect it. So let's do one where the rounding digit does affect it. All right, so if I have 6.253 meters plus 7.173, oops, 7.1 meters, then, okay, I do the math, I add it up, and I went to the tenths place, I went to the thousandths place, so my answer can only go to the tenths place. Well, the hundredths place is my rounding digit. That is a 5, so that is going to round this number up to 13.4 meters. So that is how you do addition and subtraction. It's all about the decimal place. You can only have the least number of decimal places used in your answer. So you're looking at the decimals. Now, with multiplication and division, it's not about the decimal place. So you have to kind of change your brain waves and think, okay, now it's about the least significant figures. So if I have 5.1 meters times 13.0 meters, all right? I should have picked something closer or similar. Go 13.00 meters. All right, this has 2 significant figures. This has 3 significant figures. So my answer can only have 2. It doesn't have anything to do with the decimal place. It has everything to do with how many sig figs you have. So 5.1 times 3.0 is going to be 15.10 meters, but I can only keep 2 significant figures, so my answer is 15 meters. So you can see it doesn't have to do with what decimal it is. It has to do with how many total sig figs you have. So if I have, 4.11 meters, and also this is meters squared, because a meters times a meters is a meter squared. If I have 4.11 meters times 1.1 meters, now this has 3 significant figures, this has 2 significant figures, so my answer can only have 2. So if it's 4.11 meters squared, and I can only keep 2, then my answer is going to be 4.1 meters squared. Because this is what I can go to, and this is my rounding digit, which doesn't affect it. So as far as multiplication and division, you have to look at the least number of significant figures. If I have 20.0 grams divided by 5 grams, okay, then I have 3 significant figures. I have 1 significant figure, so my answer can only have 1. So the answer is going to be 4 grams, right? And that's why this number always blows people away. If you have 5 grams times 5 grams, you would think it's 25, but how many sig figs can I keep? That has 1, that has 1, so I can only keep 1. That's my rounding digit. So 5 times 5 is actually 30 grams, and that is only 1 significant figure because there's no decimal point. All right, but if I have 5.0 times 5.0, then that is 25 grams squared. Okay, because I had 2 significant figures, so I can have 2 in my answer. So that's why it's really important too to put units on your measurements and make sure you go to the correct precision of your instrument. So that's how you calculate sig figs. All right. Hopefully we'll have time to be able to do